Hello guys, I'm Audine. Hope you're doing fine. Today is probably, I forgot which day, during the circuit breaker, but it just pondered in my mind, what can I share? Something that's helpful. Probably there are people out there, don't know about investment and do not know what to invest and stuff like that. I think that you're one of them. That's why you're at this channel, and I'm glad that you came. So I have something to share with you. Be it you just turned 18 or you're going to turn 18, or you're just above 18 and you don't have some investment plan and you're looking for something into it, or even you are 16 or 17, this video can be for you. Just plan ahead so that when time comes, you're able to execute it proficiently. In investment is a very simple key. Investment is really for the long term. It can be for your retirement, it can be for your dream home, it can be for anything. And for investment, there's one keyword, it's always interest. And compound interest is the very powerful thing that you can leverage on this time. One advantage if you actually invest young, and compound interest can compound up quite a big amount. So I will not go into details because today I'm just want to share 3 simple tips. Thing that actually I would recommend is look for insurance agent. Look for your insurance agent. If you have not have one, you can PM me below. I can share with you my personal agent. So what they do is actually there's 2 kind of products that agent sells. The first product is actually mainly insurance, and the second one is insurance with some investment that we call it investment-linked policy. Most of the people when during your poly days, you'll always buy that. But there's a third one that the only insurance agent who pass certain examination are able to sell is actually pure investment products. Engage them on this full investment products. It can be in one lump sum, it can be in monthly payment. So it's pretty good. You can start from there, and slowly you can build a different portfolio afterwards. So that's the first one. The second tip that I have for you is actually getting products from companies like banks, or even from applications like Stash. Stash has been one of the popular applications that people are using, especially for the millennials, because it's actually very convenient through the app. You can actually just top up with your debit card and stuff like that, and they will actually help you invest, and you can actually sell it on the spot, and it's actually good for management. For banks, they have different kind of products. They have like robot invest, to do some risk assessment for you, what's your risk level like, so they can just based on your risk appetite and actually give you a good product. So you can go to them and they can manage everything for you. So the good things for this is actually hassle-free. You just go to them. But the downside is for this kind of products, normally there's a give and take. So what do I mean a give and take? You can't actually buy stocks at that kind of price. So they sell blue chips at a monthly basis and deducting from your account. So that amount is actually it's an average amount of the month. So let's say if it's an average of the month, it's $6, but the lowest point of that month is probably like $5.50. But actually they bought it at $6. So it's good and bad, so they help you manage the risk. So that actually helps you to gauge, when you sell that point, you won't sell it at the highest nor the lowest, but it's the average. That gives you stability. So that portfolio, if you are a kind of lesser risk taker, and you just wanted to park your money somewhere, and let the bank do the work for you, do the analysis for you, and change your portfolio accordingly, this might be a good option. And the third one that I'm going to share with you is actually managing your own stocks. For Singapore, you need to create a CDP account. So for SGX, I can put the link below. So CDP account is a central deposit account where the Singapore government is able to track what are you purchase in Singapore market, because it's a trust. Then the second step for you to have is actually engaging a brokerage firm or a bank's platform like OCB Securities, DBS Vickers, UOB Kay Hian, Standard Chartered, FSM1. So this kind of platform, their requirement is actually a CDP account. So once you have a CDP account, then you engage them to open they call it a brokerage account or securities account, whichever they like it. Once that was created, you will have an account, a separate account for you to log in to start investing and buying stocks. So the good thing is of this is you manage your own stocks. You can buy when you like, you can sell when you like it. So there is a full flexibility out there for you to manage. And this kind of thing, the only key thing that you're looking out for is the admin charges. Different securities, different firms, different banks, they actually charge different admin fees. So you might want to actually take consideration on that. Today, I will not go deep into what stocks to buy, or what are good stocks, or what are products out there, or what trend markets to look for, and stuff like that. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this kind of content, let me know. Like this video, subscribe to me. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Goodbye.